Hey guys, Scott at Kapiti Hobbies, and I'm back with this Necromunda Terrain tile that we grubbied up last week with some oil washes. The oil washes have now dried. The only downside to the oil washes is that they do take a little while to dry, but we're good now to press on with this. And I wanted to add some rusting effects to this kind of industrial sort of derelict kind of terrain that the Necromunda environment's kind of based on. Lots of ways to add rust. You can obviously use pigments. Pigments are a great way to add rust to your models and terrain pieces and dioramas and things. They come as basically a powder, and then you can mix that with a pigment binder type product. Just mix the two on your tile and apply them, and as the pigment binder dries off, it will leave the powder in place with a matte effect, so it'll look like mud or rust or whatever pigment you've used. You can get the same effect with a matte varnish. Just do the same thing with that, easy as. If you want the pigment to have a wet look, obviously you can put it on with a gloss varnish, so that will give you like a wet muddy effect and such like. But that'll be using pigments. Just to give a quick look at what pigments can do, I've been working on a World War II tank here for some battle group gaming we're going to bring you shortly, and I've muddied up the tires, the road wheels and the tracks in here using that, I think it was natural sienna pigment with the pigment binder, and it's gone on quite well. I don't know how well you can see that, but you get a kind of a dirty kind of look to the area you've applied the pigment to. That's pigments anyway, they work great. Problem with pigments though is, for the amount, I'm just a little bit concerned at possibly the cost if you're going to use it over a large terrain tile. And okay, if it's a one-off like a diorama piece, fair enough, but for a Necromunda game I'm going to need a bunch of these tiles, put them together, different layouts, different settings and things. So I figured it could get expensive using pigments, I don't know. So I thought about it a little bit and came up with, again, some hints I saw on other YouTube videos, and that was using chalk pastels. So I got a set of chalk pastels, and the ones I got were these by Reeves. Got them upside down, sorry, but they're a soft pastel. Comes in a multicolored set. You can also get other color sets as well. This is a grey kind of palette, if you like. And obviously of these chalks, if you pick out the orangey colors, here's the sort of thing you can see from the main set, and I've grabbed this orangey color here because I figured that was a nice kind of rusty color. And how you're going to apply this is, I found that if you get a stiff brush, like an old dry brush, and you just rub, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. If you just rub the end of the chalk, dust comes off. And then with your finger, you can just smear that into place. And there you go, very quickly you've got a rust effect. Or if you want to cover a large area quickly, you could just use the chalk as a chalk and just write it on. And again, smudge it on with your finger and you've instantly got rust effects. And you can do this with all the different colors of the chalks. What I thought quite interestingly with our sci-fi setting here is you could use other colors as well. You might use a little bit of, say, I don't know, a yellowy color. Or a blue. And these could look like other kinds of weird corrosion things going on, or chemical spills, or whatever. You can really go a bit crazy with your chalk selection. I've lost it. Where have you gone? Put it on. I can't find it on the camera. There you are. Bit of red. And again, the same idea. You just rub it in, and you've got another kind of strange effect on the tile. So that was using chalk pastels. Very quick, very easy, interesting effects. And to seal them in, the quick and easy way to do it is just to give it a blast with a matte varnish spray. just blast that over the area when you're finished and it'll just seal it in. It will deaden down the intensity of the colours as well a little bit as the liquid content of the varnish goes in there. It will just darken them off a little bit, but you'll still get the effect that you want. You're going to get some nice effects on your terrain tiles with a set of chalks. So there you go, quick little video adding interest to your terrain pieces with pastel chalks. Please like, share, subscribe, it all helps the channel grow, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.